Ask Reddit. What's something that could take your life in seconds without most people knowing? Liquid nitrogen. And not because it'll freeze you. You drop a canister of it in a confined space, say a lab setting. It displaces the oxygen, you're dead before you hit the ground. We went over a case study and training to handle it. One guy spilled a bunch, hit the floor dead. Second technician saw him fall, ran in to help him, hit the floor dead. Talking to the wrong person at the wrong time. You never know who might be having a bad day or what someone is capable of. It's scary how a simple interaction, or even a prank, can escalate into something dangerous. Stay safe out there, everyone. Distracted driving both by you and by the other drivers. I fell asleep behind the wheel once, 5 minutes away from work, 40 minutes from school as I had just left. 1 p.m. on the most common Wednesday, nothing wrong with my body. Was out maybe 5 seconds. Thankfully I was in an undeveloped area with no ditch, but cut landscape for future developments. I veered to the right, hit some gravel and dirt, woke up because the texture change of the road. Gasoline. Or any flammable liquid, really. I worked as a nurse for 21 years. During that time I saw several people who had survived terrible burns. Long story short, their features were sort of melted. This is a website for an actor/spokesperson named J.R. Martinez, who was burned in the military. He's lucky to be alive. He experienced 34 skin grafts and surgeries to look this good. Many burn victims never achieve this level of public acceptability. Driving with window half down. Get T-boned and your head will hit the top of the window and slice the top of your skull off. Same with feet on the dashboard. An accident will smash your knees into your face or hips into your stomach. Driving. People go out every day on their 2-ton killing machines as if it's their God-given right to go on the streets and be a menace to society just so they can get their Starbucks. Car crashes don't just ding your fender, they kill people. The sheer power and speed of the ocean. You never really know you're safe, or if an unsuspecting rogue wave or sneaker wave will come wash you off the shore, or even from a cliffside. Carbon monoxide poisoning, also a TLDR, falling down in the snow and not being able to get back up. My father-in-law likes to tell the story that he got his wisdom teeth pulled out on his first day at a naval base in Chicago, and since he was the last appointment the staff left right after he did, but they sent him home walking and it was a couple miles to the barracks and it was snowing. He caught himself at least once just walking in place. At one moment he, in his drug-induced stupor, thought, I'm just gonna lay down and rest for a minute, and then start walking again. No. Boy, if you do that they might find you 6 mo from now. So he made himself keep walking, barely made it to barracks, and obviously lived to accumulate many more stories and tell them all when we get together. Choking. I walked outside, choked, couldn't breathe, fell over. Vision started tunneling almost instantly. Something moved. I dry heaved, coughed half a breath. My arms were pins and needles. We're talking 1 minute or less. No one was there, just random. Bite of sandwich while walking out the door. Last week. Glad I lived. Almost any animal, it's insane how a moderately sized dog or even a cat can cause substantial damage to a small child or adults. Talking about all the dogs named Cupcake with muscles on top of muscles. Walking around the rear of an operating helicopter. The tail rotor blades are not very visible and don't register visually to humans. Likewise, if a helicopter is landed next to a rising hillside and the main rotor blades are operating, a person walking away from the helo up the hill can walk right up into the rotor arc. Helo pilots see both of these things happen too often, and from the cockpit, there is no way to get the person's attention when you see it about to happen. Helos don't have horns to honk. Large pyrotechnic display shells. I am a licensed pyrotechnician and shoot 3 and up to 10 shells, the kind you see in big 4th of July shows. You learn that if I-5 or larger shell bursts and you are within 10, the pressure wave alone will hit your brain and kill you. Frequently, I get called on prepping for shows to fix issues with shells, like external comets came loose, lifting charge has fallen off. People ask if I am ever afraid, what if they go off? I tell them if there is an accident, I will never know. What's the most dangerous thing you know of? Feel free to share in the comments below. Please consider subscribing and liking for more daily videos.